This is lesson 4 from the using units of measurement topic, and this lesson will be looking at use decimals in measurement. The learning goal for this one is to see how a measurement's conversion uses decimal points, and the success criteria is to connect decimal representations to the metric system. Go on ahead and grab a few examples here to help with this skill. And this first example is we're going to look at converting the length of the measurement shown below, and we want to find out what 220 centimeters will be in the form of some meters. Now on the right there is a Learn Me tab that you will use, and this following diagram will help you convert the units of measurement. We want to see from centimeters to meters. We're going to follow the arrows or where it's going and apply whatever it's asking us to do. In this case, we're going to divide by 100. So you will get your calculator and divide by 100. When you do 220 divided by 100, you'll end up getting 2.2 meters. So this is just saying that 220 centimeters and 2.2 meters are the same thing. But here you can see that decimal point has been written here to help us determine what the meters is. Because if it was just 200 centimeters, it would just be 2 meters. But now we have 220 centimeters. What do? We just put that decimal point there and make it as 2.2 meters. And a lot of the questions from 1 onwards have this type of conversion of some sort, whether it's to do with length or to do with weight of some sort, kilograms, or volume from liters to milliliters. You would just click the Learn Me tab to see what you have to go from and to, and follow that specific instruction. This question here, question 6, says which estimate is closest to the length of this rope? Now before, a central assessment never used to have this little indicator here to show you what this could be. In this case, this is here to show you what 2 centimeters looks like in comparison to the actual item itself. In this case, it's a rope. Now you will go ahead and put your estimate to what you think this is. Now obviously there's no wrong or right approach answer in this case, because there are estimates. There are answers that are very, very close to what your prediction will be, and there are others will be specifically off by a certain bit. In this case here, if I were to make this prediction, I'm going to look and use this unit here, and I'm going to continue this unit. Remember, it's just an estimate, and we'll keep going until I find what I think this estimate is. For this rope, it'll be 130 millimeters, because this from here to here will approximately 130 or 13 centimeters. The next question here, order the lengths from smallest to largest by dragging and dropping each measurement into the correct position. Now I've just got my trusty diagram over here to help us out with it. This is the correct positioning from left to right, from smallest to largest. From smallest to largest. Now what you need to do is, from these units that we have here, we've got 3 different types. We've got millimeter, which is over here. We've got meters, which is here. And we've also got centimeters. The other 2 are millimeters and meters again. Now what we want to do is we want to be able to convert every single unit here, or every single number, to what is considered the lowest unit, or the smallest type of unit here. In this case, millimeter is the smallest out of all of them. So this 43, I'm going to keep as 43 millimeter. The 0.05 meters, to get from meters to millimeters, I have to times by 100 to get it to centimeters, and then I have to times it by 10 again to get it into millimeters. So I will get my trusty calculator out. I will put in 0.05 times, to get from meters to centimeters, I'll times this by 100, and then again times it by 10, and this will give us 50. So 0.05 meters is the same as 50 millimeters. 5.3 centimeters, when you do 5.3 to get from centimeters to millimeters, you just times it by 10. So this will be 53 millimeters. This will be left as 77 millimeters. and 0.12 meters. Again, you times it by 100, then times it by 10 again. This will give us 120 millimeters. And now that we have this consistency between all of them, we can now go ahead and order it from smallest to largest. Now just be careful, I might say from smallest to largest, or I might say from largest to smallest. Make sure that you get the order correct. Now this last question here is saying that we have to insert the correct inequality symbol, which is either less than or greater than, to make the statement true. Now in this, you just got to remember that we need to press Shift, and then there are two buttons within your keyboard. They look like this with a comma, or this with a full stop. So we need to make sure that we're holding the Shift button, in conjunction with whichever button we want to do, less than or greater than. Now remember, these two symbols, I always picture the alligator teeth on both of them, and the alligator teeth will always eat the biggest number. The only problem is we have 43 centimeters and 0.48 meters. Now by default, people would think, 43 is a bigger number than 0.48. I'm going to put it as this way because that's the bigger one. But you have to make sure that you put them both in the same type of unit before you can do that. So 43 centimeters, 0.48 meters. This one is the smaller out of the two. So we're going to keep 43 centimeters as it is. And we want to change 0.48 meters to centimeters. So to get from meters to centimeters, we follow the arrow and we're going to times this by 100. So 0.48 times by 100, this will give us 48 centimeters. 48 centimeters. Now which one's bigger, 43 or 48? Well, 48 centimeters is actually bigger. So the alligator is going to eat the bigger one, meaning the symbol will look like this. And that is it for this skill. Go ahead and attempt this skill. It's about 20 questions all up, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.